What's up, Taurus? Welcome to my channel, The Intuitive Teacup. So happy to have all my Taurus friends here with me today. We are going to do your November monthly tarot reading here at The Intuitive Teacup. Thanks for joining me at my channel. As always, these are going to be general messages, guys. So please only take away messages that you feel are for your best and highest good, only what resonates. That being said, messages sometimes will take a few days, weeks, even months to resonate, right? So if later down the line something does ring a bell for you, take it and run with it, right? That means it was your message. And as said previously, if it's not your message, you can drop it like it's hot and not worry about it, right? Everything you want to know about this video will be written in that description box below, including the decks I'm using here today, as well as my social media channels. I'm The Intuitive Teacup on Facebook and Instagram. Check that out if you are interested. Other than that, for my Taurus friends, roughly for the month of November, messages for their best and highest good. Taurus for November. Happy Scorpio season, happy belated Libra season to you all, and happy Halloween. I'm recording this a few days before Halloween, so hope you all are going to go get dressed up and have fun and paint the town red. Yeah, so we're going to hop in. One more card for Taurus, the month of November. And happy Thanksgiving, I guess, right? It seems early to say that now, but depending on when you're watching. Happy Halloween, happy Thanksgiving, happy all the things, right? All right, let's hop in for my Tauruses. So your energy, roughly for the month, is Ace of Swords. All right, so a brand new start. Aces, as we know, are Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, air signs, but representative of a new thought, a new idea. It could potentially be a new communication or a new action. Something about this is like standing up for yourself, speaking a new truth. Let's clarify that and see what that's about. Wow, so the King of Pentacles. All right, so that's your card, Taurus. How about that? Yeah, it's like standing in your power, standing in your truth. It's very empowered energy. And with the King of Pentacles, something that has been like long standing in terms of, I don't know if you're wrapping up an old cycle, and then, yeah, with that Ace, something new has come in, and it's you being empowered. It's you fighting for your truth or what you believe in. Let's throw one more clarifier on it. It's great energy. I love it. What else do we need to know with this Ace of Swords? And because you're the underlying card for that, yeah, it's you that's potentially attracting a lot of attention or discussion or talk or communication. I want to be careful. It's not gossip, but it's like people are talking about you. You're the center of attention. You're the center focus. And it may be due to some sort of achievement it could be in your career, in your business regarding some sort of money. You could come to some sort of decision regarding how you're going to invest money or how you're going to make more money, or potentially something with a home, with some sort of like financial deal, real estate. As we know, like Earth is like tangible things, right? So your home, your money, your physical money. Could also be something with your body. I'm not sure exactly what that would be, but maybe for some of you. The letter. All right, well, okay, so for a lot of you, it's going to be communication. So are you doing the communicating? Is your person doing the communicating? Now that could be your boss, that could be your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, your whatever, your family. Yeah, some sort of, and as I said, like long standing, it doesn't seem just like a quick, hey, how you doing text. Like that letter is lengthy, right? Like it's going to take several minutes to read through it. Maybe some of you are sending some sort of letter of resignation to a job, or even some sort of grievance. You finally submitted it and again spoken your truth, standing in that truth. I think for a lot of you, you're the ones communicating. It can be vice versa, right, as we know. But for a lot of you, it's like you're putting your foot down, you're drawing the line in the sand of like, this is how we're going to do it now, because it's standing on like this really solid foundation, right? You're presenting as the King of Pentacles, the King of loyalty, the King of stability. The seed to the oak tree, right? That's Pentacles. It's sturdy. It stands the test of time. So yeah, this could be major contracts or documents, signing some sort of agreement of like a long-term commitment or whatever that is for you. But it's great energy. I love it. It could potentially be something romantic too there. Doesn't have to be, but all right. So what is going to be your challenge or focus in the month of November? The Chariot. Beautiful. So the card of Cancer, it's a victory. It's forward movement. It's also balancing our internal energies, our dark and our light energies. So something here might be a challenge. You may, like, metaphorically get your wheel stuck in the mud and it's spinning out. So it's like, how do we get the chariot back on track? How do we keep moving forward? So it's almost like maybe you move forward with some sort of new idea, but then maybe it doesn't land the way you would hope to. Maybe the audience receiving it, like the reception of that idea. Again, I'm getting lots of communication and discussion about it. So maybe it's like, I don't know if you're the boss at a company, or I don't know, like the matriarch, the patriarch of your family, like, guys, this is how we're doing it, X, Y, and Z. Let's move forward. But then someone's like, well, I have some questions. Like, it's that type of like, whoa, like we thought we were moving and now we've come to a screeching halt. So the underlying energy for that is death. Okay. So Scorpio season, right? There's that scorpionic card, the vulture, right? The picking away at the idea, really analyzing the details and not glossing over anything. There could potentially be something about this idea because it is an ace. It's very new. Even if the idea isn't new, the communication is new. It might take some convincing. And I was sensing that very much. It's like this person is rereading this letter, this contract, this document over and over and over to make sure they understand every piece of it. And the reason that is because potentially what you're submitting, Taurus, or again, projecting or communicating, whatever that is, it's going to be a game changer. And I'm saying that because the Scorpio card, death, is coming up. It's the changing out of old cycles and then forward movement into new ones. But with the death card, there's something that needs to be released and let go of in order to move this chariot forward. So it makes total sense. Why aren't we moving forward? Because somebody or something, someone isn't ready to completely let go of the old ways of doing things or the past, or hey, maybe it's an ex, right? Maybe it's a job you've been at for many years, but it's not paying you what you deserve. And maybe you're asking for that promotion. You're asking for this or that. You're, giving resignation or whatever it is. It's almost like a forewarning to you, Taurus, that don't get caught up when little obstacles present themselves, and when it feels like you're moving forward and then all of a sudden there's this unforeseen roadblock of sorts. It's because what is trying to change, what is trying to be closed out, it's not going to be an easy process for everyone involved. For you, I think you're very ready. Again, you're standing very strong and in your power, in your truth. You see the vision, you see the clarity, right? Others around you are still like caught up on the past or not ready to like go charging into the future, into this new idea, this new plan the way you are. Again, they're picking it apart. They're looking at the details and trying to understand so that they can eventually move on, potentially with you or supporting you or without you, right? For some of you, depending on what it is you're communicating. Excuse me. So, I mean, none of this is really alarming to me. Again, forewarned is forearmed, right? So, yeah, there's going to be a little bit of obstacle or struggle in this journey forward. But again, new cycles, death, right? Old cycles completing and into new ones, scorpionic energy. And there's that ace, that new beginning. So, how much are you willing to fight for this new beginning and this new change? And with sword, literally put in a fight, right? It's a weapon of sorts, right? You may have to really fight for what you want or fight for what you're trying to do in order to move past what is decayed, what is no longer serving you, if that makes sense. All right, so what is the help available to you in the month of November, Taurus? The World. I love it. One of my favorite cards in the tarot. I was going to say one of the best cards in the tarot, but I guess that would be slightly, what's the word? Oh God, it's on the tip of my tongue. Bias. That's the word I'm looking for. I think it's one of the best cards in the deck, and I think a lot of people would agree. But anyway, the World is the last card in the major arcana, right? Again, completions of major cycles. You know it's time. And how I was saying, you become the main focus of this idea or this communication that is spread. Look, like you're right in the center of potentially a group of people trying to show them the light, trying to convince them of the new way of doing things, or whatever it is, if it is in regards to your family or your house or your job or your romantic partnership. It's like your center stage, it's like what is the expression? It's like you're showing the group by doing it. You are demonstrating. You are like firsthand, like showing and explaining how it's going to be done. And maybe you are in a position where lots of eyes are on you. You know, maybe you are in some sort of career that, you know, you have lots of social media followers, or you, I don't know, are giving speeches to large groups of people. Like metaphorically, it could be something like that, or literally, right? Something that, again, is going to change your world. Major, major, major changes, but not without a little bit of upheaval, right? With that death card, transitioning out of what isn't serving us. I am getting freedom, though, with this world. Like, it's going to open new doors. It's going to open you up to new possibilities. So I'm not sensing that's going to be a huge difficulty for you. But yeah, at moments where your chariot feels stuck, like you're not progressing, remember, like, really lovely and amazing things are like essentially awaiting you, waiting for you. So yeah, keep fighting the fight, keep putting in the effort, keep having the conversations so that you can welcome in that change that's trying to come in. I frequently see this card as like artistic endeavors too. She always reminds me of like a dancer or a musician or something like that. So for those involved in like more artistic careers or even like spirituality, she's kind of an angel, right? So yeah, some sort of like it could be a spiritual path, right? If you're watching tarot videos, maybe you were the leader of some sort of spiritual group, or I always use like this like metaphor of like being like the yoga instructor or something that's good for the soul, good for the body, and again, you're like the leader, you're the one everybody looks to. So underlying energy is the Queen of Wands. What a cool card. So Aries energy could also be Sagittarius or Leo. It's fire energy. Again, very charismatic, and artistic careers, specifically actress, dancer, whatever that is. The Queen of Wands is the work hard, play hard queen. So that's sort of what I was getting at with, at moments your chariot is going to be stuck, that it's almost inevitable, but as long as you keep in mind that it's part of the process, it's part of the transition into this greater world, this greater accomplishment that you're achieving, keep putting in the hours, the time, the effort, because then you're going to be able to enjoy the fruits of your labor, right? The successes after all the hard work and energy, right? Wands can be energy that you've put in. And also forward movement. Wands are all about action. Keep taking that action forward, right? Kind of a lot of repeat messages here, but again, very optimistic. It seems like if any of my Tauruses out there are resonating with this, there's some sort of major thing in your life and it feels like it's being accomplished. It feels like, yeah, it feels like the doors are opening. What else do we need to know about this world card? What else do we need to know about the world? My Tauruses. What else do we need to know about the world? Scythe. All right. So that kind of reminds me of the Death card again. Something here is needing to be released. And so much like the Death card, closing out of old cycles, as we said, I heard people fear what they don't know. So something about communicating this idea, again, it's new, it's innovative, it's different to the point where it might make people uncomfortable. People might be jumping to conclusions or making judgment about this. Again, you're kind of in the spotlight and the center of attention, having to defend your idea. And the same how I said with the Ace of Swords here, it's a weapon, as is this. There is something about you are needing to like flex your muscle or wield, I think is what I was trying to say, your weapon. It's like you have to cut through the bushes in order to get through the other side. I'm just getting, there will be some struggle, but again, something about that energy and that passion, right? Queen of Wands, when you express your passion, your truth, your clarity of how we're going to get from point A to point B, it's like you're kind of weed whacking, and then it opens up and you're in like the Garden of Eden, or you're in this new land, this new territory. Some of you might literally be moving or traveling with these cards. Both can be cards of like travel and world travel, potentially. It doesn't have to be. Something about like the clearing of the hedge, and then and I think this is all in metaphor, but I mean, maybe some of you work in landscaping, you know, if it resonates, take it. Something about like once you weed whack through all of like these overgrown bushes, that it's like it's blocking the vision, it's blocking the clarity of people seeing straight ahead. if you're understanding what I'm saying, there's just like this lack of visibility that you have to cut through. You have to slash through and be like, guys, this is what it could be. This is that. It could be even like the underscoring of like these legal documents or this contract, whatever it is. Then all of a sudden it's like the hedges have been trimmed. There's clarity. It's very well kept. It's very smooth. It's very rounded. It's very beautiful. It's like people see the vision now. And again, who's at the center of it? You, Taurus. Did I call you Capricorn earlier? I feel like I might have. This is a card of Capricorn. That may be why I said it. Also, all the fixed zodiac signs are shown on this card. So Scorpio, Aquarius, Taurus, and Leo, if that means anything to anyone. And if you are having to prove yourself to a certain group or a certain party, it may involve a water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, though it doesn't have to. Again, how I was talking about balancing of the light and dark energies, this is a good idea. This is a solid communication, but again, there's wiggle room for people to not totally be on board. And that's sort of what this is indicating, is that you have to get these two to work in unison. Whether this is two people or even two ideas merging into the one, they have to work together to move forward. So I'm just getting like with this darker energy, this scorpionic energy. It might literally be a Scorpio in your life that's having great hesitation here. You're going to need to like get them on board and really like delve into that idea so that they can see the vision clearly. Again, metaphorically, like weed whacking through the bushes so that you can clear the path to the next chapter, right? To the next cycle. All right, so what is your advice or guidance, Taurus? The King of Cups. Well, there's that Scorpio card again. We're getting good scorpionic energy in the month of Scorpio, or not in the month, in the season of Scorpio, I should say. King of Cups, the King of Love. This immediately says to me, is your heart in this? If this is something you believe, not only is it your truth or the way you envision it mentally, it's also your inner truth because your intuition tells you so. Because this idea or whatever it is you're, again, fighting for, right? Trying to make your way into this, I'm just getting Garden of Eden, this next chapter, this beautiful vision of what could be. It's what makes your heart sing. So this is saying, if you are certain that this is what you love or who you love or where you want to invest your heart, your time, your energy, keep moving forward. Because if it's in alignment with your heart, it's worth pursuing. The underlying energy for that, boom, Ace of Wands, that new beginning. Yeah, that passion, right? You have two aces. Taurus, whatever you're doing, it's like something is finally popping. It's like metaphorically, when we see the Death card, we can always think of the idea of like the worm to the chrysalis or the cocoon to the butterfly, right? It's like these aces, these butterflies are emerging for the first time, an idea, a communication, a truth. And now it's like some sort of action forward, some sort of passion, some sort of light. The idea of like you shedding light on how we're going to get to this point, this like Valhalla, it's just like whatever is going on inside your head, you can envision it and it's beautiful, but it's like you're going to have to shed light on it and communicate it to other people so that they can finally see your vision. Something about this is you're spreading light on what is going on in your heart. You're spreading light and love, right? I mean, if that isn't what this is saying, I don't know what is, right? All right, Taurus, very interesting. Let's throw one more of these on for you. Actually, I'm going to pull from, let's do this deck. Sorry, I just shook you guys there. Wands can also be our career. I have to admit, for a lot of you, this does feel career-centric. Certainly it could be, romantic, especially if you're dealing with a water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. And Scorpio is actually your natural seventh, your natural pairing or partner, so it makes sense that that might pop up here for you. The Ten of Wands. Okay. So interesting. Again, completions of cycles with the 10. You have 10 of Wands here. So something that is a burden that you no longer need to carry anymore. There's something about when you align with your heart and realize what truly makes you happy, what truly makes you feel good. There's some sort of, it could be emotional weight or burden that you can release and then like set down a new path. For some of you, it may have to do with a relationship, and the thing is, I actually don't think it's romantic for a lot of you. It may be like a business partnership that just wasn't working, or some sort of dynamic at work that's like you're just ready to put it down and start again. I mean, even this, it's an oracle deck rather, but it looks like the Ace of Wands, doesn't it? But ironically, it's a 10, which is very much like this. There's a lot of there's a lot of balance to this reading. The two aces, the two cards of travel. It's well balanced, and so I'm just getting that this progression forward, it's not going to be tremendously difficult if you listen to your heart, if you're true to what your heart and your emotions and what your intuition is telling you to do. Then the vision becomes clear, not only to others, but to you, right? If you're feeling in the dark about something, it's like aligning with your heart is going to be your guiding lantern, essentially. It's almost hermit energy, right? Maybe some of you are dealing with a Virgo. Maybe you have strong Virgo in your chart. There's something about a Virgo moon here that might be important for some of you. All right, Taurus, that is what I got for you. An all-around really great reading. Please let me know in the comments below what resonated for you. Please do like, share, subscribe, share with your friends, your family, whoever may be interested in tarot. Other than that, have a beautiful November. I will probably see you mid-month for some love or career or finance readings. Sending you guys all the best. Bye.